thoughts about the Oscars for the year. Morning, Rona.
Thank you, David. Good morning to you and good morning, America. Tonight at 6 Pacific Standard Time, the 52nd Annual Academy Awards ceremony will take place at the Los Angeles Music Center with literally hundreds of millions of people around the world looking on. This year, a record 60 countries will receive the telecast via satellite, including such diverse nations as Sweden, Portugal, Brazil, Argentina, and the Dominican Republic. The audience in this country alone is so vast that sponsors are paying a record $1 million apiece for the privilege of airing 3 minutes worth of commercials. That represents some of the costliest airtime in television history. But despite these staggering numbers, the attitude of many in the film community to this year's Oscar race can best be summed up by the word ho-hum. Only the nominees themselves seem to be able to work up much enthusiasm for the awards, and even some of them have not been able to disguise their relative lack of interest. This doesn't mean that thousands of dollars haven't been spent trying to corral votes, but the basic response to this year's competition is a big yawn. Part of the problem is that most people within the film community feel Kramer versus Kramer, a conventional soap opera, is a shoo-in for the major awards, while controversial films which have generated some heat, most notably Apocalypse Now, will be overlooked. This is in marked contrast to last year's volatile awards when those two Vietnam films, The Deer Hunter and Coming Home, clashed with supporters and detractors throwing around headline-grabbing buzzwords such as fascist, imperialist, and anti-American. The debate over those two films went so far as to produce picket lines on Oscar night just 1 year ago. It's doubtful we'll see anything that exciting tonight, although some industry people are still hoping for an upset to create at least a little suspense. Although the odds still favor Kramer, some voices are now suggesting All That Jazz or Breaking Away may pull through for Best Picture, while others think Francis Coppola will edge out Kramer's Robert Benton for the Best Director nod. Even the assured win of Dustin Hoffman is now being disputed. Some industry observers say he peaked in popularity too soon, and Peter Sellers might just take home the statue for being there. Whatever happens, we'll be there at the Oscar ceremonies tonight, and we'll have a complete report, plus interviews with the winners on tomorrow's program. In other news from our weekend file, showman Alan Carr pulled out all the stops to promote his upcoming music film, Can't Stop the Music. He sectioned off part of the very busy Sunset Boulevard for the unveiling of a massive billboard announcing the movie. Thousands of fans lined the street to get a glimpse of the film's stars, Valerie Perrine and Bruce Jenner, as well as several members of the disco group Village People. Also that evening, Carr held a private party at Schwab's drugstore, which closed for the first time in more than 40 years. The one down spot of the night, at Schwab's, several of the invited guests saw fit to shoplift some of the exclusive drugstore's merchandise. Although producer Carr had, of course, arranged with Schwab's to pay for any losses incurred during the evening, it does seem a shame that people would act so irresponsibly. Carr's promotional event is reported to have cost nearly $200,000, not including the cost of the shoplifting. Joan?
Thank you, Rona. It's 7:43 right now. Recently, David talked with Dr.